Good evening, colleagues. Thank you all for your time and attention. I'm happy to present an article called Research on Metacognitive Skills of Software Testers, a problem statement. First of all, I'd like to present my colleagues and authors of the paper. First of all, it's Oleksandr Gura, a doctor of pedagogical sciences and a professor of Zaporizhzhia National Universities. Also, Tetiana, Gura, and Chernikova, Ludmila, who are the representatives of Zaporizhzhia Institute of Postgraduate Education and its professors, and myself, Oleksandr Gura Jr. I am a PhD student and also a senior software testing engineer on a commercial testing project. First thing to pay attention on is the growth of the modern Ukrainian IT market. On the slide you can observe statistics of IT-related vacancies for the latest years, and the difference is pretty obvious, more than 200% for the latest 5 years. Answering the question what kind of specialists is needed and who are all these people, I propose to look at another slide that shows the same vacancies sorted by specialization. Here it's necessary to point out your attention at the second row, where besides the technical positions that are directly related to the development, we can see quality assurance or testing. Summarizing all that have been mentioned previously, first of all, let's state that we see the significant growth of the IT industry, and QA sphere is the most bright example of this growth. Speaking about quality assurance by itself, first of all, it's a complex of different processes aimed to minimize or prevent mistakes and defects in digital products and avoiding the problems of delivering these products to customer. QA sphere became very popular in modern IT development, as nowadays quality means success on the consumer market. The main responsibilities of QA engineer include supervision on every stage of development process, includes creation of project documentation and continuous communication with customer to define what is correct and what is not. Speaking about the uh, requirements for the position of quality assurance specialists, the analysis of a lot of vacancies on the modern market shows an interesting thing. Besides pretty obvious requirements related to technical skills of quality assurance engineer, like basic programming, like knowledge of testing theory, approaches and processes, barely ever vacancies have a strict demand on non-technical or metacognitive skills of the professional. So the question is, what are these metacognitive skills? And the answer is that the metacognition by itself is a general term that aligns together the study of memory monitoring, of self-regulation, of self-awareness, and other processes used by a human being to regulate and maximize its own potential to think and to learn. From the point of professional needs, the appropriate skills directly affect a social and professional performance of a specialist, and that explains the demand of them on the modern market. Um, this correlation between metacognitive skills and professional success of engineers motivated us to start research, and we came to the next goals and objectives that we want to achieve. First of all, we'd like to define the most important non-technical skill set for QA specialist. We also like to determine the metacognitive skills level of actual specialist, and as a result state the problem of the need for the soft skill development in modern educational organizations. To achieve our goals, we gathered a big team and group of QA specialists, including the representatives of different modern IT companies, of the different project and professional titles, and from the different countries of post-Soviet Union as Ukraine, Russian Federation, and Republic of Belarus. Speaking about of methods of the research, we used first of all an open-ended questionnaire that helped us to define the general information about the QA specialists, about their needs, about their thoughts on metacognitive skills in their professional activities. We also use several trusted and popular assessment for the metacognitive skills, like awareness inventory and the scale of self-assessment of metacognitive behavior by Lacosta. Having the results of all these questionnaires, we were able to perform a statistical analysis and summarize all the results into several conclusions. Speaking about the results, first of all, we should note that non-technical skills really play an important role in professional activity of QA engineers. Also, it should be stated that the greatest influence on the metacognitive behavior is made by ability to overcome the subjective limitation, reflect on achievements, and strategic planning. And the final conclusion is that it's necessary to develop and implement the appropriate standards that should be aimed for the development of metacognitive skills. Basically, that's all I wanted to mention. In this short highlight, I hope you will find enough motivation to look through a full paper and make your own conclusion. Don't hesitate to contact me and ask questions if it's needed. Thank you for your time and thank you for your attention.